Welcome to the Fizzy. Join me in this journey where I try to figure out ways to make real money without being dependent on one fucking source of income. Thank you. Thank you for watching. This is the first episode of the launch of my show, and the show's name is The Fizzy. Let's dive right into it. First thing we're gonna do, what I plan to do to make more money. And what I mean by this is what I plan to do right away, aka within the next 24 hours, meaning tomorrow or starting from now. And I've been thinking about it for quite a bit, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna implement the 20 brainstorming idea. Effectively, I saw this on the internet, and I think it makes sense. I'll reference the person who named it. I can't remember who the smart guy was who talked about it. Effectively, the idea is that you sit down, you sit your ass down, and you start writing ideas on you write your problem statement first, and the more detailed the better, and then you start writing down ideas, at least 20 ideas on how to make money. For example, in our case, it's let's just pick a goal. For example, how to make $10,000 by December 31st. Now then, following through, it would look something like you start writing down 20 ideas, and you start with the first 10 ideas would come in easy to you, then the next 5 would take some time and thinking for you to do it, and then the last 5 ideas would be the one where you really have to think about it, and you have to fucking expose your brain to possibilities and really push yourself. So out of that, you keep doing it, and you pick one idea and then you execute on it. The guy, I don't know if the guy said it was the last idea you're supposed to execute on, or if it's the one of those ideas. But yeah, you just do that. That's the idea. Execution is extremely important. Obviously, it doesn't mean you have to do 20 ideas. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna modify it a bit. Instead of doing 20 ideas, I'll do 40 ideas. So I'll come up with 40 or more ideas in 20 minutes, in a span of 20 minutes, and I'll keep doing it throughout the whole fucking day. So basically, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll literally start writing down 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I'll write down at least 40 ideas on how to make $10,000 in 90 days. And once those 20 minutes have passed, I suppose, you know what? I'll set tomorrow, the whole day tomorrow, for just coming up with ideas. So I'll do 20 minutes of 40 ideas or more, and then I'll maybe take 5-10 minutes break, and then I'll do 20 minutes more, do 5-10 minutes break, then 20 minutes more. So I'll keep doing that for the next 24 hours, and I should have hundreds of ideas there. And I'll start. I think I'll pick the last ones of each set, and then I'll pick one of them. So I'll basically generate this. I'll generate a bunch of ideas, and out of which I'll flesh out a set of ideas, which is the last idea of each set, and then out of which I'll flesh out whatever ideas that come. That's what I'm gonna do. So tomorrow will be my whole thinking day. It'll be the 20 idea day. I'll keep doing that the whole day. And the day after, I would just be executing those ideas effectively. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I plan to do to make real money. The next segment of the show is, whoops, not that. The next segment of the show is one good thing about myself. So my name is Amin, aka Fizzy, aka Fizzyhead. I'm the host of the show, and the good thing about myself is that I'm just so fucking stubborn in things where I set my mind to. Meaning, if I set my mind on something, in this case, it's making real money without relying on your main source of one source of income. That's it. I'll do it. Come no matter what happens, whether I'm happy, sad, disappointed, angry, whatever emotion I feel, I'll do it. Whether I'm facing someone easy, hard, small, big, whatever problems I face in life, I will stay to this course. So I'm stubborn that way. I will not yield to what life throws at me. Instead, I will turn those situations around, and I have turned those situations around. I always do it. I have and will turn those situations around into my advantage, and I will not yield to the bullshit that life and all the other mediocre people try to put on me. That stubborn quality is one good thing about myself that I know. The next segment of the show is next video improvement. So what I'm gonna do in the improvement of that video, so let me actually talk about the improvement I did for this video. This video I improved the lighting quite a bit. I spent the whole day like studying lighting. Well, one of the things I did for the day was studying lighting, learning how lighting works so I can present myself better, and all of this is for you, Fizzy of the future. And anybody else who's watching. So I spent a a good amount of the day. Well, not all, but I did spend some time today studying lighting and how lighting works. And with that, I have set up the lighting right now as it is. I don't know if I'm completely happy with it. It's still better though. It's better than my previous videos, and everything is just part of continuous improvement anyway. So that's good. It's better. So everything's part of continuous improvement anyway, and as a result of that continuous improvement, here we are with this lighting and the way I look. I think I look good. The next video improvement that I'm thinking of is, I'm not sure about the bit rate or if this video is lagging or not. This is the first episode. I did have a pilot episode and a few episodes in the middle in the past, just to flesh a few things out. Now, since this is the first episode, this is what you see. And from here onwards, I want to make sure everything is on point when it comes to the presentations. So the improvement that I want to do is, if this video is lagging, I want to fix that lag issue, because I'm not sure if I imagine it or not. And every time I try to test record it, I couldn't see it. So here we are live streaming, and then we'll find out later on if the video is lagging or not. If the video is not lagging and everything is good, then the next video improvement that we will do is, we'll figure out a script for us. I mean, we already have a script. Maybe we will digitize the script, or come up with a template that's more organized, so that before every episode that we shoot or every episode that we live stream, we will have that template in front of us, and maybe it'll look something like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. That's what it's like, a checklist and a place where we can put ideas on, so that we have our thoughts organized as we do the live stream. Right now I have nothing, so I'm just doing it. What I'm doing right now is based off all the trial and errors I've done in the past 40 videos, and here we are, 40 videos on our own. So that's the next video improvement. It's either gonna be that I resolve the issue of lagging, if that issue exists, and if that issue doesn't exist, then I will have a formalized script for the show. The next segment of the show is what I did today to make money. Now, today I spent the whole day studying, planning, thinking. Today I spent the whole day. Well, I did spend a lot of the time. I spent some amount of time studying lighting so I can present myself better in front of the camera, and to yourself, Fizzy, and I can get to practicing pitching to business people and salespeople. That's one thing I did. The more important thing that I did today to make money was that I was planning. I was thinking of what decisions I gotta make. I was planning out these scripts. I was planning out how exactly I can make money. And, after a lot of thinking throughout the day, lots of back and forth in my own mind, I came to the one conclusion that, you know what? I don't know how to make money outside of exchanging my time for an employer. So how do I start in something where I don't know how to make money? In the past, I've done e-commerce businesses, I've done resume writing businesses, I've done sales, and I will be talking about them in the coming episodes. I've done sales, many things, engineering. So there's a whole plethora of these business related things that I've done. Yet, when it comes to making money without an employer or without exchanging my time for cash, I don't know how to do that. Not yet. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? That's how I'm going to make real money when I'm not dependent on exchanging my time for cash. Along those lines, after that thought process, what I came to decide was that, you know what, if this is a game I'm going to be playing and I don't know the rules, let me dial everything down, let me simplify everything. And instead of me going on a binge watching, uh, uh, down the rabbit hole of watching all these social media stars and all these rich people talk about how they made money, let me figure out what I would do in a game that I don't know how to play. And that's what I did. I dialed everything down and I was like, okay, let me start with myself. What the fuck are my skills? What the fuck is it that I can do? What the fuck is it that I think I can do to make money? And that's where the 20 idea came to my head. Rather, that's where I thought of the 20 idea method, which already someone else on the internet said, and I learned about it before. I just thought of that's where I thought of executing that strategy. So that's what I did today. It was a lot of planning, thinking, a lot of thoughts. In terms of actions, there really isn't much to show because I suppose what I did was I decided, after the whole day of thinking, I decided to write down ways that I think I'll make $10,000 in 90 days. That has to get better though. That I know it's for a first time it's okay. I'll let it slip by. Fizzy, starting onwards from here onwards, something in this segment, Fizzy, you're gonna have to report something real. You're gonna have to do something real actions that help you make real money. All right. So the next segment is, who is Fizzy? Fizzy is me. My name is Fizzy, Fizzyhead, or Amin. You can call me anyhow you want. I am God. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm king. And that's who I am. Moving on to the next section, software. In this section, what we do is we talk about what software we love slash are a master of slash has helped us immensely in our lives. So I love TickTick, and TickTick for me has really changed my life when it comes to setting tasks, planning out my weeks, days, months. Not only the calendar feature, but the reminders and the way you can really dive deep into things like Canva board and making books and tasks within tasks and link tasks together and all that jazz. For me, the most consistent thing that I use to TickTick for is time blocking. Like, it's fucking insane how good TickTick is at how good TickTick is at time blocking. So that's the software that we talk about, and effectively, what this segment will look like in the future is tips. So, for example, TickTick. I use TickTick for blocking my time. So in the future, and I'll show you in the over my laptop on my laptop in the coming videos. Effectively, I identify actions and I and then I think how long those actions will take. And the minimum I assign, at minimum time value I assign to each action is 30 minutes, because I just realized that nothing takes less than 30 minutes in life, whether it's whatever, making food or thinking about something. Anything. So anyway, that's just a default timer. I know Elon Musk does 15 minutes, and some people do 5 minutes. For me, 30 minutes was the number that my brain could register. And then what I do is I identify the task that needs to be done, and then all the actions related within that task, and I give each of those actions 30 minutes itself. So for example, if it's like, you know, moving houses, okay, now initially my brain always thinks moving houses is a matter of like what, a day. Fine, a day. But what does that mean? In my head, what I use TikTok for is, okay, there's a big task called moving houses. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Let me break down that whole moving houses. It means driving up to the old house. Okay, that'll take 30 minutes, supposedly. I'll assign a 30-minute value to that. Then I'll say, okay, packing the kitchen, that makes 30 minutes. Packing the living room, 30 minutes. Packing the bedroom, 30 minutes. So already doing that, I have identified that living room, kitchen, uh, bedroom. So going by that, by that thing, I would say that okay, packing the house itself would be like packing the living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, garage. So that's five, right? Five actions within moving would be like 30 minutes each. And then there's traveling as well. So that driving to the old house, that's another 30 minutes. And then I would say that okay, moving everything into the car or whatever U-Haul truck. So that's another 30 minutes. And then driving to the new location, that's another 30 minutes. And then moving everything into the new house, that's another 30 minutes. And then unpacking everything, I would give again each of those actions. I would give like, what was it? Living room, bathroom, bedroom, garage, kitchen, right? So each of those gets another 30 minutes. And then driving back to your old house for a checkup, that's another 30 minutes. So you see, this is how I think of the 30 minutes. I assign 30 minutes to every action over here. So already I have 15 actions worth of 30 minutes, and that means I have a total of, let me just do real quick maths here. Quick math. 15 times 30, 450 minutes. So moving houses, when I break it down, I would think that because of all these actions, it would take 450 minutes, which translates into 7.5 hours of the day without eating, without going on any breaks, without going to the washroom, anything. And so with this planning, I assign a start date, and in my mind I would assign an end date as well. Now the end date is not really that hard. Like, end date is not the hard requirement here. You can shift the end date as, and you will shift the end date as the day progresses. What's important is you start at the right time. So if I start at 10 a.m., I would expect myself to be done by uh, by uh, by 5:30 p.m. if nothing goes wrong, if I don't take any breaks. That's important, because the thing is that I have broken down moving houses into something more detailed and implementable, something that I can implement using my team or the people there are. And as the day goes by, things will take longer, things will take a shorter time, things will happen, random shit will happen. And I will change the end date from the end time from 5:30 to like could be fucking midnight. That's okay. Guess what? I had already planned hours at least in advance for this shit. And if I go off by double the time, triple the time, that's okay. I would have a plan for it. I would have a plan for everything. That's good. It's so much better. This plan is so much better than me not knowing what the fuck's gonna happen and just thinking that, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna move How long will the move take? I don't know. I don't care. We'll figure it out then. And then realizing that, oh my god, I didn't even know how long it's gonna take. How long is it actually gonna take? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That thought process as the time goes by, that whole stress is removed. Instead, what happens is, with this plan, you wake up, or the night before, you can think to yourself that, you know what, if we start at 10 o'clock, we should be done by 5:30. That's obviously not real. That's obviously, uh, if everything is in the ideal case scenario. Well, 5:30 is the time I've allotted to it. Guess what? Even if it does take midnight, that's okay. We can still take it that time. We have a plan A, and plan B will be if things take longer, we can still move things around, and then we can do this with that time, with that time, with that time, with that time. By midnight, we will be done because there's a plan in place. And if things take a longer time than usual, we can move around the existing plan and play around with it that way. And when tomorrow comes, that's what we're thinking. We're literally thinking, is the plan executable? Yes, keep going, keep going, keep going. Is it not? Now, it has a wrench been thrown in the plan? Okay, fine. Move on to the plan and move off the plan, adjust things around here, and then move on to the new plan. That's what you do. That's the power of time blocking that I do using TickTick, and I'll show you how it is in the phone and the computer. And that's the software portion that we talk about. The next, oops, whoops, that's a mistake, a little production issue going on here. The next segment of the show is question and answers. Over here, we answer a question from one of our viewers, friends, subscribers, or anybody on the internet who needs help from us, so that and provided that we can help them, we answer that question. So honestly, the latest question I got asked was like, how are you so productive? I just answered that question in the previous software section, so just go check that out right away. That's exactly how time blocking is how I stay so productive. Time blocking is one of the ways that I stay so productive daily in my life. Now the next questions answers, yeah, and after questions and answers, the next section is remarks. Now, in remarks, usually things do sometimes take a lot longer than planned, so I'll just take a sip. We've come a long way. We made 40 fucking videos. And in those 40 videos, we tried many things, many errors, many fails, and even now there are many fails, and forever there will be fails. We are looking to fail, and that's the beauty of this. We are looking to fail. So if you think this is a bad fail, wait until you see the next one. The whole idea of this show that we have created is it's really a diary show in my eyes, and our goal is to make $2 million at least. Doesn't matter how. We don't care how. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. I'll do anything as long as it's legal, of course. I'll do anything. I'll meet anyone. Whatever the fuck is needed. That's the goal. And I don't know how to make that money. I've been trying to make it for a while now. Many things that I'll talk about in this show. Right now, I don't know how to make that money. I don't know anyone who's made that money in real life. I've tried to make that money in real life. There have been many fails, which is okay because lessons learned. Many lessons learned. I wouldn't take them back because I know I'm gonna make real money, and when I do make real money, those $2 million at least, I'm gonna look back at the lessons and say, "Wow, fuck, that's insane." In an effort to document the journey that we are on, and that with the end goal being making $2 million, at least $2 million, that's the end goal. In an effort to document that journey, we decided to create this show called The Fizzy, or The Fizzy Show, or The Fizzy Series. whatever is easier to pronounce. We'll figure that out. We created this show so that every day we will go through these segments and report on it or plan things. And then we will execute whatever we talk about in these videos. We'll execute them the next day or in the next time slot in the next 24 hours. And it'll come back and report on it. And then continue executing and then come back report on it. Then continue executing and report on it. That's the purpose of this show. This show will continuously improve. We have given ourselves, the way we look at it is we'll make 500 videos and no one's gonna watch it. I know no one's gonna watch it, and that's the beauty of it. Because no one's gonna watch it, there's freedom for me to fail. And what I'm gonna do is I have been and I will be improving one thing at a time. That's the only structure I've given myself right now, and the structure of the show. With this structure, I'll keep improving one thing at a time, and with that, things will get better, and things will get harder. Decisions will become bigger. That's exactly what we need and what we want. A little reference is that we made 40 videos in the past, and that's where we fleshed out this show where things came to be. And from this show onwards, we'll keep creating new things. We started off with nothing. We still have nothing, and we'll keep continuing with nothing. We don't care about, how long it takes, how bad it looks, what strategies work, what won't work. What matters is that we see when we reach that $2 million, we look back and look at these videos, and we say that, holy shit, that's where we came from. What the fuck? That's crazy. It's crazy that we thought that. So that's the purpose of this show, and those are the remarks that I wanted to just say as the show ends. I think I'm gonna have a hook called "Welcome to the Fizzy." I like it. Yeah. And with that being said, and then that's it. So I hate that word. So there are two words that I hate: realistic. Fuck that shit. Fuck that word. And the word so. Those are the two words I hate the most. With that being said, thank you for watching. May all your goals and wishes come true. God bless. Take care. Fizzyhead out.